Hello, fellow travelers. I heard recently that the balls generated by the ball generator used to trigger the proximity switch, and now it appears that only players can trigger the proximity switch. So the balls, however, can trigger the floor switches. Now, the odd thing about the floor switch is that, I learned this recently also, is that as it shrinks, as you scale it down, its sphere of sensitivity does not shrink. In fact, it expands. Now, let me show you this test. Here the floor switch is scaled at level 1, so 1x. This is 0.9, 0.8, 0.7, 0.6, 0.5, 0.4, and 0.3. Now you say I've already made the tests and put the flags where I found the sensitivity happening. So let's go ahead and start the demonstration of, okay, that one. Let's just go ahead and just trigger all these guys. Step all over these switches to trigger the demonstration. The ball hitting the 1x gets right on top of it. And you can see I have a flag marking roughly where it lands, and I've done that to each one of these. Over here on the other side, though, I've placed markers where I, as a player, have triggered or re-triggered the floor plate. Now at this end, oops, back up. Let's watch the ball come. You can see that it triggers the ball without even touching it. So effectively, this turns the floor plate into a proximity detector, proximity switch. Now that one failed because I was overriding. I was too close. I prevented him from triggering. So let me step back, trigger it again. There we go. Now we've got another one. The interesting thing is that the ball has to be closer to trigger it, whereas the human, you can see where I can trigger it, or player rather. See, I'm almost just past that flag. Alright, so what I did, I got into Blender and imported all of the flag positions and did some calculations. Let me show you that. Results of that. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so here's your scales. 1 down to 0.3. There we go. Alright, so here's the lines for the scale on the bottom. That's the x-axis and the y-axis. All y functions are showing the trigger points. So that at 1 and on down, you can see it's increasing. That the blue player line is at the maximum, the smallest scale of 0.3. Triggers at 9, where the ball triggers at 5. Now, I tried to do sort of curve fitting and evaluate the formula. I looked at it at first, and it looked like it might be like follow the sort of the family of the y equal 1 over x functions, and in particular, this is what I decided it would be. And to test that, I went ahead and calculated enough details to calculate the coefficients, which is k, K for B is 1.7, K for P is 2.4, and here are the using this formula for the ball. There they are for the different scales, and here they are plotted. You can see they follow closely. So here's the players. Here's his estimation, formula estimation. Here's the ball, and here's his, her, his, whatever, formula estimation. Okay. Okay, that shows you what interesting things we can do with that. Now, what I've done next is to take the 0.3 scale and just play with that. I'll be showing you that in the next video. So, thank you for watching, guys.